A Piglet Called Truffle, Chapter 3. Alright, let's get started. You'll be safe in here. Back in her bedroom, Jasmine emptied the bag full of straw she had collected from her dad's barn into a cardboard box. She squeezed the box into the space between her bed and the radiator. If anyone came in, the bed should shield the box from sight. She was relieved to see the cats had left the room. She wasn't sure what they would make of this new animal. She unzipped her jacket and lifted out the tiny pig. Truffle's eyes were still closed and her breath was rapid and shallow. I'm going to get you some food, Truffle, Jasmine whispered. You'll be safe in here. She lowered the piglet into the box. She had turned the radiator up to maximum and the room was warm, but Truffle was still shivering. Jasmine stroked her skinny back, rigid where the ribs stuck out. I'll be back in a minute. You just rest there and get your strength up. She kissed the top of Truffle's head, straightened up, and ran downstairs. Ben and Manu stood at the kitchen table stirring a hideous-looking concoction in a saucepan. The table was set for dinner, but there was no sign of Mom. She was probably in her office catching up on paperwork or on the phone with Jasmine's nanny. There was no sign of Ella either. She must have retreated to her bedroom. Jasmine walked over to the kettle and touched the side. It was warm but not boiling. Perfect. She poured some of the water into a mug. Who do you think would win? Ben was saying in a fight between a bull and a polar bear. Definitely the bull, said Manu. Polar bears aren't even real. Of course they're real. How do you know? Have you ever seen one? I've seen loads of photos, said Ben. But what if they're just drawings? Of course they're not drawings. Anyway, there's lots of things that are real that you've never seen. Like what? Like internal organs, your heart and liver and stuff. I don't believe in internal organs, said Manu. How can you not believe in them? What do you think's inside of you? I don't know. I've never seen inside of me. But scientists know they exist. They could be lying, said Manu. Jasmine took the mug of warm water into the mudroom next to the kitchen and reached up to the wall cupboard where her parents kept the farm medicine. Please let there be some colostrum in here, she thought. She had no experience with pigs, but she had a bottle fed plenty of sickly newborn lambs, and it was vital that they were given colostrum. Colostrum, the mother's first milk, contained a lot of protein, as well as antibodies to protect newborn animals from disease. Truffle had missed out on that from her mother, and Jasmine was desperate to find a packet of colostrum powder in the medicine cupboard. The cupboard had a padlock, but she knew the combination. She started sorting through the dozens of medicine bottles and boxes of templates with their printed labels. Right at the back, behind an assortment of syringes, was an individual packet of colostrum substitute. Yes, she whispered comfortably, pulling it out and stuffing it in her coat pocket. She locked the medicine cupboard and opened the cupboard under the sink where her dad kept the things for the bottle-fed lambs. Jasmine pulled out a rubber tee and a feeding bottle with measurements marked on the side. She stuffed them in the other coat pocket. Luckily, my coat had such nice big pockets, she thought. Then she picked up the mug and went back to her bedroom. She peered into the box. Truffle was shaking convulsively, almost as though she was having a fit. Hello, little one, Jasmine whispered, stroking the piglet's shivering back. I'm going to feed you now, and then you'll feel better. She set the mug down on the bedside table, sat on the bed, and took the things from her coat pockets. She unscrewed the top of the bottle and tore the packet open. She tipped the powder into the bottle and read the instructions on the back of the packet. Then she carefully added the correct amount of warm water. The instructions said you should whisk the powder into the water for 3 minutes to get smooth milk with no lumps. But Jasmine didn't have a whisk, and she wasn't about to go make another trip downstairs and risk awkward questions. So she pinched the tea tightly between her thumb and forefinger and then shook the bottle viciously, timing it on her bedside clock. 3 minutes of viciously shaking a bottle felt like a very long time. Then, when she was done, she pulled up the sleeve of her sweater and took a few drops of thick yellow mixture under her wrist to make sure it was either her body temperature. If the milk felt either hot or cold on the thin skin of her wrist, that would mean it wasn't the right temperature. The milk felt just right. Finally, Everything was ready. Although along the landing, she heard Mom scrape her desk chair back and call, "Jasmine, dinner time." Oh no. If she went down to dinner now, it would be at least another half an hour before Truffle was fed. And that half hour could be the difference between life and death. Alright, that's the end of chapter 3. If you guys enjoyed and are enjoying the Piglet called Truffle, make sure to like, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye guys!